guys, it's Tina and I am back with another video. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me and tuning in. And from the title, you already know what this is all about. It's no buy July. I am going on a no buy for the month of July. And it's nothing new for me. I've gone on no buys before, so it's not like, oh my god, this is new, it's innovative, it's different. But this time around, I was inspired by Elle S here on YouTube. And I've been following Elle S for a few months now, and I've been watching her videos and really enjoying her content. So I think you guys should definitely check her out. But she is a part of the penning community, and there's this group of content creators, beauty content creators, that are on the smaller side that I've really enjoyed watching. I found Elle S through Lauren. It's either Lauren May Beauty, who is also an up-and-coming beauty influencer that a lot of people have been enjoying. It's either her or Makeup Struggle Shy here on YouTube, who I absolutely adore, or it could have been Georgia Harris. Now, all of those girls kind of run in the same circles. Like they all seem to know each other. I think they do, but they talk about each other on their channels. That's why I can't pinpoint who exactly mentioned Elle. Elle is just a gem. She has different content. She speaks about different things, and she is so well spoken. And I just enjoy her content. So definitely check her out. She's one of the people I've been watching in the past few months that I've been really enjoying, and she inspired me to go on this no buy. So she made a video today and she's like, she's going on a no buy for July, and I'm like, I like that idea, I'm going to join in. And then lo and behold, Lauren May Beauty, who I also follow, she posted a video today also joining Elle on her no buy July journey. So I implore all of you, if you're interested, if you just want to try it out for size, let's try a no buy for July. That's what I'm doing, and I am sticking to it. That means no makeup purchases, no cosmetic purchases for the month of July. And you guys are probably like, oh my god, but there's so many things coming out in July, and that is absolutely true. But I will, let's talk about some of the things that I am not gonna buy for July, because a lot of you have also reached out to me and asked me if I was picking up certain things or if I was gonna review them. And I think let's just answer those questions now, because this is like the perfect time and the perfect video to do that. So the very first thing, which is a big one, it is a major one, it comes out July 6th, so it's already in July. It ain't gonna happen. It's the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. Now there's a whole collection. Let me double check and find this whole collection. So there is an eyeshadow primer along with the eyeshadow palette, which is a Moroccan Spice theme. It has a lot of warm shades. I'll probably pop it up over here so you can see it. But there are a lot of warm tones to it, and there's a pop of blue. And it seems like either there's a pop of orange and yellow or a pop of blue in most palettes that are debuting now. And if you just cover up that interesting blue color, it's just like any other warm palette. And seeing swatches, I'm not even inspired to get it. So like I said, eyeshadow primer, eyeshadow palette. Then I think there is a eyeliner. So there's a liquid liner that seems very promising, but I'm not getting it. And then 2 eye brushes. The eye brushes also look cute, but they're very pricey, and I'm like, so no, that's not gonna happen. But just looking at the palette, it's an easy pass for me, because I can duplicate that with so many things in my collection, and I can say that about just about anything these days. But there's nothing interesting about this palette that's really pulling me in. It's a permanent palette, so if I ever pick it up, it will be during a sale where I can get it at a discounted price, because $59 is, no, I'm not, because the Galaxy palette that she released, I like it, but $59, I was not happy with the $59 price point. I would have spent like $38 maybe $40, but $59, no. So that's an easy skip. The next collection that's getting a hard pass, you know what, it's not even a hard pass. It's maybe a semi-flaccid pass, and you'll see why. It's Flesh Beauty. It's meant to be like a prestige edition of Revlon Cosmetics. So the CEO, the current CEO of Revlon Cosmetics, who was the founder of Allure, she has debuted Flesh Beauty, and it's supposed to be higher end, luxury type products, and of course it comes with a luxury price point. It's not even that bothers me that much, because I think what she's coming out with is really fun, it's really interesting, it's different, and it's going to be available at Ulta. and they've been speaking about it for a while now. And they have a foundation range, which a lot of companies now, when they debut their foundation ranges, they kind of lead with that and lead with how many shades they have, so they can show that they're being inclusive, and that way garner your attention, because a lot of us have been screaming for inclusivity, and we want to see a diverse shade range from ultra light to ultra dark, with a range of undertones and all the shades in between. We want to see that, right? So we're happy when we see a brand have that available. So they led with the 40 plus skin tones that they're gonna have in their foundation range. They also have an eyeshadow palette, there are lip colors, there are highlight products, there are blush products, there are like liquid highlighters, and like a few different powder type products and some face primers. Now, the thing that threw me off, apart from it being pricey, it's available online at Ulta right now, so you can definitely check it out if you're interested. But why are the names like so dirty? So if you go on the Ulta website and you pull up the brand Flesh, so it's just Flesh, which is a little icky to start out with. Like, why would you name it Flesh? But the reasoning behind that was that there's a flesh colored crayon in all these crayon boxes, and it's like a peach tone beige, and that's not Flesh. There's so many various flesh tones like across the population that there is no way that that peach tone can represent all of us. So that was the angle. They're going in with inclusivity. They're trying to cover all the different shades of flesh. So I like the premise, however, Flesh still is a little icky. And then you get into the names of the products. So the foundation, which I tweeted about yesterday or the day before, the foundation is called, are you ready for it? Firm Flesh, which is already bad enough, Thick Stick. I said, ooh, who's got a thick stick? What is going on? Who okayed these names? Like NARS Orgasm Blush and Deep Throat and Urban Decay Yayo Eyeshadow and Bump. Like, I'm okay with like cocaine references. I'm even okay with, you know, a little bit of sexualization, and I'm okay to a certain extent, but what? So you're gonna be like, oh my god, your foundation is awesome. What are you wearing? And I'm gonna be like, Firm Flesh, Thick Stick. And I'm going to say it like that, Thick Stick. And you're going to be like, all right, hold up now. Now, I really want to see what the shade names are, if they went sexual with them. No, they went with desserts. Okay, so they have hot cocoa, espresso, coffee, pecan, praline, salted caramel. All right. So they went with food names for the shade names. But then the actual name of the product is very fleshlight, kind of sex toys. You get what I'm saying? And then they have like the blush, Tender Flesh. Tender Flesh? Oh my god, I cannot. And then the highlighting powder is Flesh to Flesh. The Scandal. And then Touch Flesh Highlighting Balm. Ripe Flesh Glisten Drops. Strong Flesh Lipstick. Proud Flesh. Like, it's just a lot. Fresh Flesh. I hope your flesh is fresh. Well, not today because it's a heat wave, but I was like, no, not happening. Like, it's not happening, especially for July. So since it's going to be in Ulta, it's going to be in stores, I'm sure I will get a chance to go check it out. Maybe there's something that I will fall in love with, but they're taking the angle of, what's that beauty company that's all about the fresh, light face? Give me a second. The brand I'm thinking about is Glossier. You know, they do that dewy skin look, and I actually went to look for Samantha Ravindal because I know she did a video on that, and I was like, what's that brand again? Glossier. But I just saw that she did a Flesh Beauty video. I have to watch this. She is probably gonna, I'm sure she's gonna kill it with the jokes, because she's another one. Oh my god, how does she not have more subscribers? Like, she's not even at 1 million yet, and I think like her humor is, I don't know how she does it, but she is brilliant with the comebacks and with the like the little like the commentary. I love it. I absolutely love it. So Flesh Beauty, Not happening. No, no. Now, here is one thing I would have given myself a pass for if it did come out in July. And don't you dare judge me, because I know, okay? It's the Jacqueline, Hale, and Morphy Vault collection. I want to hear nothing, okay, from you guys. Honestly, truly, there is something about Jacqueline Hale that pulls me in all the freaking time. And I try, like, she almost has a little bit of kryptonite somewhere in there, because she has done so many shady things, and she has lied about so many things, or it's not necessarily, yeah, it's an outright lie, but I'm gonna say it's more misleading. But a lot of, like, all her collaborations seem to have some issue, especially Morphy. No, it's not especially Morphy, because she did the same thing with the Becca collection that she came out with. So they had, if you remember way back, and I had gotten that in PR, thankfully. So I do actually have the Becca palette, the Jacqueline Hale eyeshadow palette. So when the PR products went out and when people ordered, they were like, this is ultimate crap, because the pigmentation was really light. It wasn't like up to par what the expectations were based on how Jacqueline Hale hyped it up. And what I said in my review video is like, listen, the eyeshadows from Becca, they're very, to quote Samantha Ravindal, they're gently pigmented. She said that about the Maybelline Lemonade palette. I died. But they're gently pigmented, and they're like, they're very light eyeshadows that are for, like, you know, just an easy, quick, no muss, no fuss eyeshadow look. You don't have to do like a ton of blending, because there's not a lot of color to blend out. It's just easy and simple, and their previous eyeshadow palettes are just like that. So when she came out with her palette and it was just like that, like, I wasn't like, oh my god, what the hell is this? But the way she made it sound, it was like, these were the most amazing eyeshadows ever. And once they came out, people were like, you're lying, so therefore. And then to cover her tracks, she was like, nah, pull it. They manufactured it in a different location, a factory, and the factory was at fault because they didn't make it up to, whatever. The point is, this is not the first time it's happened. So now with the Morphy Vault collection, so there are 4 palettes, $15 each, or you can buy all 4 for, was it $49? Something like $49. I think it's something like that. Something like that. But yeah, save money if you buy all 4 together. So the PR palettes went out. People were testing them out. And they were getting like lackluster reviews. People are like, the pigmentation sucks, they can't blend, they don't build up and whatever. So she pulled those palettes, and now Morphy's losing millions because now they have to redo whatever stock they already created for the launch, which was meant to be like at the end, the 26th, something so. The 20-something. It sounds like the 26th of June it was supposed to happen. She pulled it, so it's postponed, but there was a launch party in Vegas where you could have ordered ahead of time and picked it up in Vegas, because there was a meet and greet, which she's pretty much telling you have to pay to meet her. Another thing, like, there's certain things that rub me the wrong way about Jacqueline Hale, yet she pulls me in all the damn time, and I can't seem to let it go. So I want to get that collection, and it's not coming out in July. I'm pretty sure about that, because it's gonna be pushed out. So I'm not gonna miss out on that. I'm gonna try to get it though. Like, I don't know, God, I don't know. Like, I just have to, I have to have it. And judge me all you want, but I have to have it. ColourPop. ColourPop. The foundation. I was not going to get the foundation, but they released 2 palettes, 2 summer palettes. It's the Soul and Mar collection. So there are 2 palettes. One is a blue-based palette with some like tealy green shades and like a bunch of bronzy nudes, and then the other one is like a corally things are popping up, right? Am I doing this right? Things are popping up, like a bright orangey, some orangey tones, some red tones, and they have full mirrors. I like ColourPop eyeshadows a lot, and I think they're really well priced, and these palettes I believe were $12. So when I went on the website, I just went ahead and picked one foundation shade to try out. Here was my hesitation with the foundation shade. So those were like literally my last purchases for this month in June. So July, like, don't worry about July, but ColourPop. I was hesitant about the foundation. One, because I have to buy it online, so now I have to guesstimate my color, and I'm not sure, like, because with the concealers, I ended up buying like 4 or 5 of the concealers, and still the shades are still off. So I'm like, huh. But since I ordered those 2 palettes, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and order 1 shade of the foundation. If it doesn't work, that's it. I'm scrapping it. I don't care. I didn't get a powder. I didn't get either the loose or the pressed powder to try out. All I got was 1 foundation because I wanted to try the foundation. But the foundation is $12, which doesn't sound very pricey, but it only has like 0.85 ounce of product in it, or something close to that. Like, it's not a full fluid ounce, which you're used to. So you're buying online. Typically with things like that, I will buy 2 or 3 shades to make sure that I get a match, or if I don't get a perfect match, I can mix the shades and get my, I do a lot of hands, sorry, so I can mix 2 or 3 shades and, you know, get my match. So that's typically what I do. And with the price point of ColourPop, you're like, oh, well, I can do that. That's not a big deal, but it's $12. It's not cheap. Like, I can go into Ulta and get a L'Oreal foundation, a Maybelline foundation, a Revlon foundation, all for less than that. It's just not as cheap anymore when you consider that, and you're not getting a full ounce of product. So drugstore is doing so much better with foundations that I'd rather just go to the drugstore and get my foundation shade and just be done with it. So that was my hesitation with ColourPop, but I did get 1 shade. If it works out, we'll see. If not, but I didn't get any of the powders, and I didn't get, yeah, I just didn't get any of the powders. And I won't be getting any more of their collections because I feel like they just pump out collections far too quickly. I didn't get their last few palettes either. I just got these 2 because they seem like they're 9-pan palettes, which I like smaller palettes, and they have a full mirror, and it just looks like something I wanted to try out. So I'm going to try that out. So that was my very last purchase. And then I see that Melt is coming out with a new palette from the other owner. So the last owner came out with the Gemini palette, which I purchased. I don't like that palette. I love the color scheme and I love the concept, but the eyeshadows do not live up to the Melt formula in their stacks. The Melt eyeshadows, they're huge pans, they're really expensive for no reason. So when they came out with the palette, I was like, this is perfect. It's gonna be cheaper, it's gonna be less product, more shades to choose from. It's gonna be better, right? It was not. It took too much work to get them to actually look good on my eyes, and even when I got them to work, the colors weren't as vivid or vibrant as I wanted them to be. Like, they didn't show up green. They showed up like this dirty, mossy, muddy, like swamp green. That really wasn't the green. It was like a brown, but it looked like a little olivey. And the colors weren't that different from each other, so they didn't really stand out like when you blend them together. And then the shimmer shade was like flaky and just, it was all around just a failure for me, and I didn't like it. So I'm definitely not getting the other palette, which is a 27 palette, and the palette is full of warm tones. So again, another warm tone palette. Like, we've seen it all. I have all of these shades already, and just my experience with the Gemini palette is it's an easy skip for me, so I'm definitely skipping that. And then the last thing I'll mention is a palette that I was actually interested in. It's the Lemonade palette from Dominique Cosmetics. I did get the, what was it, the Latte palette from Dominique Cosmetics. I've heard so many great things, so I picked that palette up, and I did actually like the formula enough. So I was like, oh great, if she comes out with another palette, I'll definitely pick it up. Again, her palettes are available through Ulta, so I can use my points, I can gain points, whatever. I'll buy through Ulta, fine. When I saw the shades, and I'm like, so there's an orangey shade and a mustard shade, and then like a dark plummy brown, and then all these light pastel shades, which I guess go with the lemonade theme, if that's what you're, I don't know, because there's a purple and there's a, I mean, I guess the green, but the purple, I don't know, but there's a pink, I don't know, but the shimmery, like, pastel shades, just, I don't think that's gonna be for me. So that's an easy skip, and that was something that I was looking forward to. So the things I was looking at are not gonna be available anyway, or they're permanent and I can wait it out, or like I'm not interested anymore. So this is gonna be like a good no buy for me. I think it's a good time to just reflect and enjoy all the products that I have right now, which are a ton of products. And I know it'll be kind of ironic that I am about to post a massive haul video and then kind of go on a no buy for July. So you're like, wait, but you what? But that's exactly why. I have so many new products here to test out, try out, swatch, play with, review. I have tons and tons of things that will occupy my time that I can do a hard no buy for July. And hopefully a couple of you guys will join in. Like I said, Elle S started this. Lauren May Beauty jumped on board, and now I'm jumping on board. So if you guys want to join in on No Buy July, let's do this. It's a month. It's just a month. It's like not even that crazy. And the things that are being released, we can definitely hold out. Like, there are more things than I mentioned, obviously, but those are the things that I had my eye on. So we can do this. We can do that. Let's do this together. And that's gonna end this video because there's not much else to say, except there are links to my Twitter and Instagram down below where you should definitely be following me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.